All right, so one of today's assignments was to write the logical statements based on the conditional. In our instructions here, it says on each slide on the top one, underline the hypothesis and circle the conclusion. You want to write the inverse, converse, and contrapositive of the conditional statement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in on it because it's a little small and I want you to be able to see it. And my conditional statement is if you are late to class, then you have to get a tardy slip. If you are late to class, then you have to get a tardy slip. So one of the things I want to do is underline the hypothesis and circle the conclusion. And that's to help identify it for one, and two, it will help you write the other statements. So I've clicked my line tool here. See if I can get it to say line. Usually you can highlight the words and click the underline tool, but this is in the background, so I'm not going to be able to do that. So I'm going to click my line tool, and I'm going to click I'm going to underline the hypothesis. And I just moved my text box instead. Okay, so I am going to click my line tool, and I'm going to draw a line underneath my hypothesis. Okay, that's going to be you are late to class. That's my hypothesis. It does not include if. If is part of that logical statement structure. So it stays there. It is not a part of the hypothesis. You are late to class is the hypothesis. Then I'm going to circle my conclusion, and that's going to be you have to get a tardy slip. So I'm going to come over here to my shape tool. I'm going to click my shapes, and I'm going to click circle, or it's actually the oval tool. And I'm going to come and I'm going to draw an oval around, or a circle around the you have to get a tardy slip. Okay, so it does fill it in, but that's okay because I can come over here to my fill color section and click transparent, and now I can see through it. So if you are late to class, then you have to get a tardy slip. So you are late to class is the hypothesis. You have to get a tardy slip is the conclusion. Okay, so then we're going to write the inverse. And if you look back at your notes, the inverse negates both the hypothesis and the conclusion. So the negation means you are saying the opposite of what's there. So if you are not late to class, then you don't have to get a tardy slip. Okay, and at this point in time, I'm not going to worry about the true or falseness of the statement. Okay, so there's the inverse. The next one is the converse, and the converse switches the hypothesis and conclusion. So I'm going to switch places with the underline and the circle. So if you have to get a tardy slip, then you are late to class. So it just switches those two parts around. Okay, and there's the converse. I just switched my circle part and my underline part. And then my contrapositive kind of combines both of them. My contrapositive switches and negates it. So if you don't have to get a tardy slip, then you are not late to class. Okay. There is my contrapositive. If you don't have to get a tardy slip, then you are not late to class. Okay, so these will all have a specific pattern to them. So the inverse negates it. You're saying the opposite. The converse switches it, so it switches that underline and circle part. And the contrapositive kind of does both. It switches it and negates it. Okay, so the next example, our conditional, if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. That's straight from Beyonce. Okay, so again, I want to underline my hypothesis and circle my conclusion. So I'm going to grab my line tool. if stays where it's at. It's not a part of the hypothesis, so that means you like it is. You like it is my hypothesis. Then I'm going to grab my circle tool. Maybe. And I'm going to circle, you should have put a ring on it. That's my conclusion. You have to go into that fill and click transparent. And then my inverse is I am negating that. So if you don't like it, then you shouldn't have put a ring on it. If you don't like it, then you shouldn't have put a ring on it. So I'm negating it. So there's that don't and the shouldn't. So I'm saying the opposite of what's there. Okay, then the converse switches that underline and circle piece. So if you should have put a ring on it, then you like it. And again, I'm not changing the words. I am changing the order and the structure of it, but not changing the actual words unless I'm adding the negation to it. So if you should have put a ring on it, then you like it. I'm literally just switching the underline piece and the circle piece, because that's my hypothesis and conclusion. My contrapositive negates it and switches it. So if you shouldn't have put a ring on it, then you don't like it. If you shouldn't have put a ring on it, then you don't like it. So I am negating it and switching the hypothesis and conclusion. So if you shouldn't have put a ring on it, then you don't like it. Okay, so again, the pattern here, the inverse negates it, so you're saying the opposite. The converse switches the hypothesis and conclusion. And then the contrapositive kind of combines both of them. You're switching the hypothesis and conclusion and negating it. Okay, you're going to do the rest on your own.